Rather than, yeah. And usually, I don't like, as you know, I don't like votes. I want us to convince each other. Pardon, yes, member for who list?
Floor. The issue is not talking about the purpose. What is here is when they took the floor, what did they do? What they did is to make observation and or clarification. That's what took place. You are talking about the purpose, but the report is here talking about what they have done when they took the floor. That's the difference.
Honorable Speaker, both the two does no harm in this sentence. And once you read, you get the sense, what the sentence intends to address. So 4 is correct, this one is also correct. Can we take 1, but I stand for 4.
For you, 4 is the better one.
Yes.
2 can be there, but the best is what we want. For you, the best is 4.
Yes.
Yes. It looks like, honorable members, it may be, yes, is it nominated member? Yes, Kevin.
Honorable Speaker, just to say we refuse to be confused by Willie is. I mean, both of them are, in one way or the other, depicting the purpose of the member taking the floor. He took the floor for observations, and he took the floor to make observations. Are you not, in one way or the other, relating the purpose? So, Honorable Willie is there all the same. You refuse to be confused, to be honest. Thank you.
Honorable members, as I said earlier, they are interchangeable, as you said. But one must be better than the other. I wish we had Shakespeareans around. They will be able to help us better. But it looks like to put 4 is what is common. When I hear the comments, it looks like more people are for 4 than mid. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. So we put 4. We are on page 4. On page 5. Honorable member for Tumanna.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Before you move to page 5, on page 4.
Move to page 5.
I said before you move.
I have moved.
So please, I want to take you back to page 4, please.
You want to take us back?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
But I have made a ruling on that.
Okay, okay.
That usually when we move,
yes,
if you see something, wait until we finish and you bring
okay,
us
I'm
back.
sorry, but please.
But you can go ahead. Go ahead on page 4.
Thank you. On the same sentence, the following honorable members took the floor for observation and or. I want us to add between and or slash or, so that it can be read. Observation and or clarification. Yes. 2 or yes. Honorable Speaker, do you get my point, please, clearly?
You want a slash in between and or.
Exactly.
A slash between.
Exactly, sir.
As what he is suggesting is, pardon? What he is suggesting is to put a slash between an and o. And what is your comment?
Honorable Speaker, yes, my comment is not in order. That's not in order.
No, it's in order. You are not agreeing with him. You are not agreeing with what he is suggesting.
Yes, I don't agree with him.
You want it to be left this way.
Exactly, correct.
Yes. Any more? Banjul South?
No, it's Banjul not.
Banjul North.
We just want to leave it like it is.
You want to leave it as it is?
Yes, please.
Okay. Honorable members, page 5. Honorable member for Woodley East.
Yes, thank you. The following members participated in the debate. The third name there, for consistency, we say honorable.
Lead us to your position. Ensuing debate.
On the ensuing debate.
Yes.
You have number 1, number 2, number 3. They all had honorable, but that one is Alaji. So we put honorable there. You've seen it.
Okay. Yeah. What he meant is to Alaji honorable to Alaji Dabo, Alaji S Dabo. Before Alaji S Dabo, right? You put honorable. Thank you. Any more comments on page 5? Honorable members, on the same place, ensuing debate, the fourth sentence reads, the following members participated in the debate. Am I right? The table of is suggesting they omitted the following honorable members. The following honorable members participated in the debate. You refer to members as honorable. We now move to page 6. Now we move to page 7. Honorable member for Woodley East.
Little one there. On the motion without notice, the first line, the word move should be in the past tense. You've seen it.
Honorable Sharif SR, member for Joshua, moved a motion, moved. Past tense, yes. Page 7 still, no comments. We move to page 8, the last page. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 21st March 2024 be approved with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Thank you. Clerk, can we proceed?
Bills. Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Honorable members, as I indicated earlier, I will now put the question without debate for the acceptance or otherwise of the certificate of urgency on the said bills. Be it resolved that this Assembly do accept the bills entitled Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 be proceeded with under a certificate of urgency. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Division?
Yes.
Okay? Take note. We will get it done.
Now we will now go to vote.
We will now go to vote. You will raise your tags. Those in favor, please raise your tags. Honorable members, those not in favor, please raise your tags. Honorable members, those abstaining, abstentions. Honorable members, the results. Ayes 41, noes 4, abstention 0. So the ayes have it. Honorable members, now Order 77.3 reads, a bill to which a certificate of urgency attaches may be proceeded with throughout all its stages, and the Assembly shall not be counted out or adjourned, except upon a motion made by the Vice President or a minister in charge of the bill, until such bill has been read the third time. We cannot adjourn, we can only adjourn proceedings if a minister makes a motion for us to adjourn. Thus, the said bills shall be proceeded with throughout all the stages in the Assembly. In other words, I am not in a position to accept any dilatory motion and or referrals as dictated by Order 77.3, that once a business is accepted under a certificate of urgency, it shall not be counted out or adjourned until the business is completed, except with the intervention of the Vice President and the Honorable Minister responsible. I will now invite the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, the person in charge of the bill, to hand over copies of the said bills to the clerk for the first reading.
The Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024.
Members, in accordance with Standing Order 65, the first reading of the Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 are completed. Therefore, in accordance with Standing Order 66 and 77, we will proceed to the second reading of the bills forthwith. Clerk, may we proceed?
Second reading of the Special Accountability Mechanism Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 by the Honorable Attorney General and the Minister for Justice.
Honorable members, pursuant to Standing Order 67 and 77, I now invite the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice to move a motion for the second reading of the bills entitled Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024. Therefore, the bills will be seconded and the Assembly will debate on the general merits and principles of the bills as per Standing Order 67-1. After the debate, we will resolve into a committee of the whole Assembly to give detailed consideration to the bills. On that note, I now invite the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice to move a motion for the second reading of the bills. Attorney General.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Special Accountability Mechanism Bills TRRC Bill 2024 and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 having been read the first time, I beg to move that the said bills be read the second time. Honorable Speaker, the objects and reasons of the Special Accountability Mechanisms Bill 2024 is as follows. This bill aims to provide a comprehensive framework for prosecuting individuals implicated in serious human rights violations identified by the TRRC between 1994 and 2017. The bill establishes mechanisms which encompasses the Special Prosecutor's Office, the Special Tribunal designed in the form of internationalized courts and tribunals, and the Special Criminal Division of the High Court. The Special Accountability Mechanism established in this bill envisions to take advantage of regional and international support and expertise. Simultaneously, the mechanism aims to be as Gambian-driven as possible. To achieve this, a combination of Gambian and non-Gambian judges, prosecutors, experts, and staff will be employed with a priority given to Gambians. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I move that the Special Accountability Mechanism TRRC Bill 2024 be read the second time. In the same vein, Honorable Speaker, the bill entitled Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 seeks to establish the Office of Special Prosecutor, who shall be tasked with investigating and prosecuting cases involving serious human rights violations identified in the TRRC report from 1994 to 2017. The bill also seeks to outline a procedure for appointing the Special Prosecutor, emphasizing the President's role in the appointment based on the recommendations of selection panel. The appointee's tenure is set at 4 years with a potential for single reappointment. The bill establishes jurisdiction of the Special Prosecutor's Office, empowering it to prosecute cases related to human rights violations specified in the TRRC report. The office has the flexibility to initiate prosecutions before judicial bodies or refer cases to international courts. The bill also outlines the functions and powers of the Special Prosecutor's Office, highlighting its independence, impartiality, and discretion in investigations and prosecutions. The Special Prosecutor has extensive authority, guided by principles of fairness, impartiality, and independence. The bill also establishes an oversight through the Special Prosecutor's Office Oversight Committee, responsible for monitoring performance, ensuring independence and accountability, appointing auditors, and overseeing the removal of the Special Prosecutor and the senior management team. A Special Prosecutions Fund is created under this bill, which is an independent fund dedicated to financing the operations of the Special Prosecutor's Office. The fund draws from various sources, including appropriations, donations, gifts, and court-imposed penalties. The bill also outlines the transition of the Special Prosecutor's Office to the Special Tribunal, ensuring the transfer of assets, personnel, operations, and cases upon establishment of the tribunal. The Special Prosecutor oversees this transition. Finally, the bill includes provisions covering removal, protection, immunity, succession, confidentiality obligations, data protection, compliance and training, non-disclosure agreements, and offenses related to the Special Prosecutor's Office, aiming to ensure effective and ethical functioning. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the bill entitled Special Prosecutor's Office Bill 2024 also be read the second time. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable Member Fufuni Bintang Karanai.
Chair, I rise to second it and move the motion for the debate, motion 61-2, for the debate to be limited to 5 minutes.
Honorable members, it's been seconded and a motion has been moved that the debate be limited to 5 minutes. Those in favor, please say aye. It's not seconded. Any seconder? Yes, Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you very much. I rise to second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the time be limited to 5 minutes for the debate on the bills. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. So the debate is limited to 5 minutes. Yes. Take your people, your timers, before people start. And the honorable member, do you want to continue to debate or you want to wait? Okay. Honorable members, those who want to debate, raise your tags because we are putting up a list. Honorable members, may we remind ourselves that in accordance with Standing Order 67-1, we will open the floor for debate. Based on the debate will be based on the general merits and principles of the bills. Now, we'll begin the debate by calling on the honorable member for Nyamina West.
Speaker, I just want to make a little comment on these two bills which are long overdue, and that this is a right direction to wipe up tears of victims of the TRRC. And that today I cannot say total agreement, but it's like what I'm seeing today is progressive, because it's like I cannot read the minds of my fellow NAMs, but it seems everyone here is in agreement that these bills are a very progressive bills, and they are adhered to address issues that are long overdue on the pains that were inflicted on victims of TRRC. And then also you can bear me witness, almost every one of us here, either direct or indirect victims of the TRRC. Because if you are not directly affected, your family member or a friend was directly affected. That's what I mean here, either direct.
For Talindi, just honorable member. Honorable member of Talindi, I think you were saying something. Was it Talindi?
Actually, he has been saying victims of TRRC, so I was just saying they are not victims of TRRC.
Following, they are not victims of the TRRC, and that's what you are correcting, isn't it? You can continue.
Okay, victims of the former regime, or victims as recommended from the TRRC findings. All right. So, in that vein, this is long overdue, and then it has come at the right time to see that issues that are lingering are put to arrest and are solved, and then people are remunerated as it's supposed to be. So therefore, I join my colleagues, and I am urging all honorable members to please give a blessing to these bills, so that issues of human rights that are lingering will be sorted as soon as possible. And this is the right direct.
Thank you, honorable member for Nyamina West. I now invite the honorable member for Kiang West.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. I want to start with the later, the Special Prosecutor's Office bill. The bill is a very important document. The document that seeks to establish an office that will look at the violations of human rights that numerous Gambians had undergone from 1994 to 2017. It is fair enough for us to look at these issues, because violation of one person's right is violation of every human's right. Human beings are interrelated such that we depend on each other, and others' business should be our business. If one person's right is being violated, I think as Gambians and as citizens, as genuine Gambians, we should stand firm to speak against the violation of those rights. And that has been done numerous times. We are not going to re-emphasize what has been said a few years ago, but then what we want to re-echo, or we want to reaffirm our commitment as a country to look at these human rights violations and to try to ensure that the perpetrators who were being adversely mentioned during the TRRC mention are being prosecuted. And I think it is right that way. It is not just to punish the perpetrators, but it is to serve as a deterrent to any leader, to any governance or any government who wants to do the same thing can try to take the cue when prosecution is done on those who have violated the rights of others. When it comes to human rights violations, there should not be any compromise with respect to that. And I think we should all look at this objectively. If we want to look at people implementing this bill, we are going to still violate another right again. And any leader, as the saying goes, who changes his or her principle depending on whom you are dealing with, that is not a man who can lead a country. The principle to stand by punishing people who violate human rights should be consistent as a country, and we should maintain that trajectory. So therefore, people who have been adversely mentioned and recommended for prosecution should be prosecuted. And we should not try in any way to try to defend people who violate the rights of other people. If you do so, accept my sympathy, because you can be the next victim another time. So, Honorable Speaker, when it comes to the independence, as been mentioned, the independence of the Special Prosecutor's Office should be assured so that we avoid all forms of interference. I have looked at the appointment of the Special Prosecutors, which has emphasized the role of the President in this appointment. I want to look at it in a way that where President appoints and subjected to the confirmation of the Parliament, so that we ensure full-fledged independence of this institution without any interference. They can execute their job as aimed or as envisioned in this document. Honorable Speaker, on that note, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Kiang West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Busumbala.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. We commend the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General Office for tabling this essentials bill before us. That is the Special Accountability Mechanism Bill, TRRC, and the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill. This bill undoubtedly going to serve a great purpose for this nation. In order for the nation to reconcile and be in a proper hearings, we need this bill. If you look at this bill, it's about to prosecute persons implicated in serious human rights violations. The TRRC was established here, and there are individuals or persons who were named during TRRC has found one thing in their actions. And that report alone will not suffice that those individuals have committed a crime, but it must go into furtherance to prove their innocence or guilt in a competent court of law. And that's why these bills are essential, because we have understand that TRRC report also gives some recommendations for persons serving in certain institutions to be laid off or taken to administrative leave. And some of those actions were done. And that's why the bill here is not catering the victims alone, but even the perpetrators, those alleged to have committed certain crimes. Because the perpetrator who have been sent on administrative leave will be very much happy to see that this court is being established so that he can prove his innocence. The victim who is, who's claimed to be victimized will also be very happy to see that this court is being established so that he can get justice. So in essence, these bills are important, and as the saying goes, there must be a justice first before we talk about reconciliation. Good news. When all these bill have come into force and actions necessary has been taken care of, people can talk of reconciliation. So on that note, I applaud the minister and his ministry for tabling this bill and urge members to fully support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Busumbala. I now invite the Honorable Member for Woodley East.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. And I also thank the Minister for proactively bringing these bills. They are long overdue because our transitional justice process will not be completed without having these bills before us. Honorable Speaker, we are told that a lot of violations, gross human rights violations, were committed, allegedly, between 1994 and 2017. And because they are gross violations, they must be prosecuted, investigated and prosecuted, because they affected people. And you know, when we talk about serious crimes that are committed, they are committed against individuals who have a right to redress. Honorable Speaker, these are allegations, and those allegations must be proven to be true or to be false, so that those who are alleged will also be free. Also, I know that international humanitarian law, violations of international humanitarian law, if they also occur, they will also be had identified some people alleged to have committed some crimes, and those crimes should be investigated and prosecuted. And they should be done here, both here, and if necessary, internationally. And this prosecutor's office, Honorable Speaker, is linked to the special accountability process to ensure that the process will become smooth. It will become swift without much delay. They will not be bogged down. But if we are to try all these cases within our normal courts, they are likely to take a very long time. We all know how cases get delayed. Sometimes it can get years. But with this special prosecution, we expect things to move very fast. Honorable Speaker, in relation to the other bill, that the special accountability one, we have an obligation, just like all other countries, to account for the violations of human rights that were committed in our territory, especially if they are gross violations. And we must ensure that the special measures are put in place in terms of promotion of those rights, as well as setting up the mechanism, like we are trying to do now, to investigate and prosecute violations of those rights. Honorable Speaker, one good thing that I notice about the bills is the fact that it's not just talking about prosecution, as mentioned by the member for Kiang West, but it also, aims to apply some other methods in addressing past atrocities. that have been committed so that accountability, justice and accountability, or justice through accountability can be attained, where victims will acquire healing. It's a healing process. And so that we also have measures so that it will not be reoccurred. Reoccurrence will not take place. Honorable Speaker, the bill, I believe,
Honorable, your time is gone. Make better use of your time next time. 20 seconds.
Yes, all I'm trying to say, Honorable Speaker, is that the proceedings will take place whereby they can even be held outside. And then, like the minister has already told us, support can be given to us to be able to have address on all these issues. On that note, I thank you for the time. Thank you.
I equally thank you, Honorable Member for Wole East. I now invite the Honorable Member for Bakau.
Speaker, I'm declining. I want to wait for...
Pardon?
I'm declining. I want to wait.
You are declining?
Yeah, for committee stage.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Honorable members, I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang Karanai.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I said during the time we were looking at this bill with the Human Rights Committee, I said nothing have happened in this country that is so huge that a nation cannot heal and forgive. The Gambia as a nation, since the emergence of the coalition government in 2017, they bent on looking at the bag in trying to develop the nation that have seriously distracted this new government. And since then, we went on setting special accountability mechanism bill also. And now we also have another bill, special prosecutor's office bill. Can't we learn lessons from other countries? What did we learn from apartheid in South Africa? What did we learn from Rwanda? When I saw TRRC, it says to itself, truth, reconciliation, reparation, commission. So in that TRRC, where is prosecution found? Prosecution found. So to prosecute, meaning that you want to do another thing, but that is not found in the TRRC. We are talking about reconciliation. How do we reconcile as a nation? That is something that is important for us to look at. How do we reparate? That is something that we should work on. But since then, we have not worked on those principles.
Point of
I
order.
can tell you.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Point of order. Yes, from?
Nominated member, Fatou Kebe.
Okay. Oh, yes, Honorable nominated member.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I'm rising on order 67, second reading. Yes.
Section 67, I think, deals with the general merits and principles. Am I right? Yeah, but what are you?
Sorry, I missed the part. Let me. What else?
Can we allow you to check the relevant district while he continues?
Yes, I'm going to proceed with that clause, Honorable Speaker. Bill, yes. Yes.
Well, what we can do is
yeah.
make thorough search of the relevant provisions and then at the time just come up and then we put him off.
Mr. Speaker, I think you need to address the member for councillor. When members are on their feet, member for councillor, he's always distracting them.
Yeah, but you know, honorable members, I have said this several times, over and over, that in Parliament, you will always have dissenting voices. What is critical and important is respect people's opinion. Whether you are in support or not, respect it. But you reserve the right to agree or disagree with that opinion. Simple. I am saying something that you think is not correct. Respect me for it. When I am ready, come up and put me and bring in something that is more factual than mine, and members will listen. But if you deny somebody the right to talk, even if you think you are saying the truth, he will also deny you the right to talk, and then we will be here wasting our time.
Chair,
please,
the member is accusing me.
Honorable, I'm talking, please. I'm talking. Honorable members, I want to appeal and plead to all of you. When somebody is speaking, please, nobody should intervene except on a point of order or observation, and except the speaker. Let's allow people to express themselves. Honorable member for Fonyi Bintang, can you continue, please?
Honorable Speaker, thank you so very much. Honorable Speaker, there is no situation that is too huge for people not to reconcile as a nation. And the lessons that we could draw is the lesson of forgiveness. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, during the conquest of Mecca, he said, my people, those that have killed my followers, those that have suppressed us, those that have banned us from living in our land, so much so that we were sent out of our land, where we were born, you are forgiven. Today, I am with power, I am with authority. You can go free, you are forgiven. Such are things that if you are in charge of government, you should always have the mandate to forgive. But setting up these commissions, I think is a serious waste of money for our nation. Serious waste of money. And we are battling with our economic situation. I am against this in totality, and I want it to be known by all. We should know how to reconcile and how to heal, how to repair the victims that we have agreed, like we passed the reparation bill for victims. Those are things that we can always advocate for. And those are things that the Ministry of Justice should stand by. Look at us today as a government. What are we able to do? We are unable to achieve anything because we went on watching back on what have happened, on the victims. This money, I told you, you cannot have it. The West will never give you anything of benefit. Whatever they are trying for is to inculcate what we call internal conflict among ourselves. And in the process, when we are fighting, they are taking what they want from us because our backwardness is their strength as a nation. So I am against this in totality, and I want every living being to come to know of this. That if we bent on setting this commission, mark me, after 2026, from here now on until 2026, no development will come to you. Because you cannot be looking backward and want to see what is in front. It is an impossibility. That is why I want all of you to know that this is of no benefit for our nation and is not going to take us anywhere. I thank you all for your kind attention. Honorable Jawab, thank you. Nominated.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang. I now invite the Honorable Member for Jeswang.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And thank you, Honorable Minister, for coming with these two bills in front of us here today. Honorable Speaker, I think these two bills are timely. If we want to reflect our mind back to the TRRC, when witnesses were called to be asked questions, and we on the background will say whether he is telling the truth or not. Only those who feel the pain could have attest to say, yes, this happens to me. I think by bringing this bill here, when it comes to force, people will come and explain their feelings. If you are guilty, you know that it was you. Some confess, say, yes, I did this. I was the one who did this. So if this bill is there to set the space and come up with the reality on the ground, I think it's welcoming. Let's welcome the bill. If you are called and then you know that you are not guilty, you are there to defend yourself. This is the room for you to come and defend yourself. Because some of us thought that some were called, some were bribed to speak against the truth. This is what we were saying. So if we stand to have a bill like this today to clear all those kind of thoughts that we were thinking, I think it's welcoming. My only concern here with regards to the bill, I want the minister to help me if possible. When you look at the constitution on the schedules, schedule 13, on the legal proceedings, I want you to help us, Honorable Minister, because whether the legal proceeding, by going through the constitution, it will not affect this coming into force. So I want you to help us there with that legal proceeding, because the legal proceeding is telling you from 1990.
Central body.
Central body. Yes, central body.
Yes.
Maybe I have a point of order.
67. Order 67. On a motion been moved that the bill be read a second time, the general merits and the principle of the bill may be debated. So what he's talking about, the schedule, is not part of the general merits.
No, I think he's right. He's looking for clarification on the bill about the bill and a portion of the Constitution. That's what he can do. That's the merits and the principles and the merits of the bill. Can you go ahead, please?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thanks for the judgment. Honorable Speaker, that's the question to the Minister. And the other thing also, I think, we're looking at the selection by the committee and then to be approved by the President. I'm glad that we are targeting Gambians to represent us at that level. But my advice is, those coming, those to be pointed out, should know that they are dealing with Gambians. Because we are tired now. We need to know the truth. These people need to sit and say, Alhamdulillah. If we are not to reconcile, there we can reconcile. Those who will be responsible, let them do the needful. And know that they have to be there for the Gambian people and let them do what is right. They do not continue, they do not be there to bend the rules. Let them do what is right and fear the Almighty Allah. It's only Allah who will be there for us tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Joshua. I now invite the Honorable Member for Upper Fuladu West.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. First of all, I would like to thank the Minister of Justice and his team, and then also the government of the Gambia for coming up with this bill. I think Gambia as a country, I think we are blessed with one thing that most of the countries in the world, they don't have that. Because Gambia, we are interrelated. And then sometimes when something happens, we feel it for one another. And then as far as this bill is concerned, I think members should understand one thing. This bill is very, very important, just like as Honorable Member for Busumbala said. If we want reconciliation, there should be justice. Without justice, for people to reconcile, it will be very, very difficult. So that is why government coming up with this bill, government has a role to play. The role that government has to play is to make sure that there is a special criminal code is designed in order to prosecute those people who were found wanting of human rights violation during the period stated. And then on the same vein, this is the same Gambia, just like as Honorable Member for Joshua said, when people speak the truth at the courthouse, whether people know it or not, the perpetrators, even the government, will use some of the perpetrators as witnesses. That is obvious. So it is telling you that when there is no justice, there cannot be reconciliation. So government coming up with this bill, I think is very, very important. And then people should understand that this is not a witch hunt against any other person, or people should not look at only one side of the bill, but let us look at both sides. We should look at both perspective side of the bill. When there is justice, there is reconciliation. We all have seen other countries what have happened in Rwanda. What happened in Rwanda does not happen in the Gambia. But those people, they have reconciled. But you can only reconcile when there is justice. If there is no justice, there cannot be any reconciliation. So I think before drawing the curtain, I think I have to salute the government of the Gambia and also the Ministry of Justice, because a lot of people have been crying that this is not a serious government. And then this is a clear testimony that the Gambians will realize that this government is very, very serious, and then the victims who are sitting outside, they will realize that now the government is ready for business. Sooner or later, this special criminal court will be set up whereby those perpetrators who were found wanting of human rights violations will be prosecuted. So this is what I have for. Thank you so much, Justice Minister and the team and the government of the Gambia.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Upper Fuladu West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Banjul Central.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I will join my colleagues in endorsing this important bill. I think when we opted to vote for the urgency, almost all the tags were up, which means that the National Assembly is an institution that is quite serious about the well-being of victims of human rights violations. I'll be very brief. I'll just like to endorse this and to make mention that there has been prior consultations done. It's not that this bill is new here. There were consultations that we had done beforehand, and that even the National Assembly, together with the civil society organizations and other related stakeholders, had their inputs in this to make sure that once it comes to Parliament, we wouldn't have much of a debate with regards to this particular bill, which is very important. And most of the highlights and concerns, especially from members, were also seen here in this updated bill. This bill also has a witness protection program mechanism that will help victims or witnesses that are being questioned in certain areas of intervention. It will give them protection. Also, they will be rendered psychosocial support among other programs that are relevant to this particular, based on the particular circumstance. Also, my only concern here is that the composition of the selection, that is the panel, the composition is fine. However, I just want to reiterate when it comes to selecting personnel that will be part of this this prosecution selection team, to be very careful in terms of how they select individuals, because we've seen it time and time again. I even raised concerns here when it came to the selection process of the local government commission that is currently ongoing. We've seen that there are certain membership, the composition of the membership, we've seen certain individuals that are part of it that are known to be political figures as well. I'm not saying that everyone has a stand when it comes to political affairs, but when it comes to issues like this are very delicate, and we should be very careful to make it as independent as it can be so that it could effectively serve its purpose. Honorable Member for Joshua made mention of this. I don't see this bill as a witch hunt or being prepared for a particular sect or a particular individual. I think this bill is here for posterity. Even this current government, God forbid, but might be investigated if they are found wanting. So it's for posterity. And it also sends a signal to future leaders as well of this country that, if you don't do the things the right way, probably it might come and catch up with you at some point. Yeah, so basically, if you feel that your hands are clean, you will come out right and defend yourself as law dictates. And if you are found wanting, then the law will also take its stance. So I think these are as clear as daylight, and it's a very important bill, and I will join my fellow colleagues in endorsing it. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Banjul Central. I now invite the Honorable Member for Brikama North.
Much Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as the name implies, the Truth, Reconciliation, Reparation Commission, that means there are processes involved. One will not deny that the National Assembly passed the bill and that was ascended to establish the commission, and the commission did its work, now left for implementation. The first part of the work of the commission has to do to establish the truth. We cannot solely rely on what had been mentioned before the commission are the whole truth. The commission cannot establish everything to be the whole truth. The aspect of establishing the truth, a competent court has to be involved. I believe it's in this spirit to establish the truth. There is a need for that competent court to come in. And in doing so, justice can be seen not only to be done, but to be seen to be done. As the saying implies, justice, then the reconciliation cannot be meaningful without justice. In doing this, that means we are moving to another level. If we are to establish the truth through the process of justice, then the next move is reconciliation. Of course, we are in the process of reconciliation. If the justice is established, reconciliation can come and reparation can also be done. Sometime last year or last session or so precisely, we passed the reparation bill. If we have agreed in principle to go ahead and accepted that in the extraordinary as under certificate of urgency, I see no reason why we should reject this one also under certificate of urgency. Honorable Speaker, the findings at TRRC, a lot of allegations were made by people who tend to be victims against people who were considered as alleged perpetrators. Whether it is true or otherwise, the truth has to be established. It would not have the opportunity to see that justice is done, and those who are accused as perpetrators also will not also have the opportunity to clear their positions. And in any case, both need to see that justice is done on their side. That is why it's relevant for these two bills to come in. Let's have the truth established. From there, let's create as Gambians the room for reconciliation and then the reparation that we pass here. Let us see that that is in a genuine cause. I have seen that a lot of efforts have been made. According to the ministry, the National Assembly is intensively involved in the consultation, and then various stakeholders also were intensively involved in the consultation. Then that means the consultation that were made will help us to enrich the bill that is before us. Honorable members, with that I believe it is long overdue, but now that the bill is before us, one pass, honestly, justice that we asked for would be seen to be done. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Brikama North and the Minority Leader. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Bondali.
Thank you Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'll also join my colleagues in expressing my dissatisfaction on this. Honorable Speaker, I see this as putting the cart before the horse, because in as much we are trying to establish justice, remembering what happened in 2016, I think a lot of damage also has done when this new government took place. Honorable Speaker, I think the government of the day did not let themselves to, or allow themselves to settle before certain things had happened. Because we remember, back in 2017 onwards, a lot of human rights violation also has occurred, especially with the people whom they deem as the supporters of the former regimes and their supporters. Honorable Speaker, as a nation, Honorable Speaker, as I said, a lot of mistake also has occurred before. Putting this thing right, I think this bill is supposed to come earlier than this for us to avoid what had happened in 2016. In as much as you are dealing with this victim, other victims also are behind, especially those in, like, Fonyi and others, as you know. It will be very easy for us to forget that, many atrocities also happened in Fonyi. The shootings that took place in Fonyi, all those things are also human rights violations. So in doing so, I hope so, the most important thing will be for us to reconcile as a nation. Honorable Speaker, I may not understand, or I may even say that I understand what it takes to someone to be a victim, because I also face it. So the best thing is for us to reconcile as a nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Bondali. I now invite the Honorable Member for Central Badibu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And I want to thank the Honorable Minister of Justice and the government of the day for bringing such important bills before us to ensure that the transition to justice or transitional justice process is accomplished. Honorable Speaker, a lot of human rights abuses have occurred during the period from 1994 to 2017, and it needs to come to light, and justice needs to be given to people who deserve it. We cannot cover this. This is something that needs to be known, and the process continues. In order for us to give justice its cause, this Special Prosecutor's Office must be established, and special accountability mechanism must be in place. Honorable Speaker, during the TRRC, we had a lot, but are we sure whether they actually happened or not, and who are the perpetrators? So these bills, once it's passed and established, we are going to know who are the victims, correct victims or the right victims. We will know who are the perpetrators. Then we can forgive each other, or those who should face justice, let them face justice. Those who should be repatriated, let them be repatriated. So these things must come, accordingly. So it's a process which needs to be completed. So we cannot have TRRC in place. Some are saying that we don't need this bill today. We cannot reconcile when we don't know the truth. The truth must be established first, then we can forgive, or those who should face justice, let them face justice. As the saying goes, justice delayed is justice denied. Mothers were raped in this country, fathers were killed, people were detained wrongfully, so we need to know the truth. So I thank the government for taking the stand to ensure that the truth is known. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Central Badibu. And I think you are the chief whip, chief minority whip. Yeah, I need to be adding that to your title. It's also a reminder, a whip disciplines. I now invite the Honorable Member for...
Honorable Speaker, you are interfering too much.
Interfering in what?
An old teacher is an old teacher, so I know what you mean. Because you are an old teacher, you're trying to dribble. Don't dribble, please.
No, actually, Honorable, you may just assume, but what I mean actually is, if you are to discipline people, you yourself must be disciplined. That's all what I mean.
This is about justice, this is about law, this is not about disciplining a member or not a member. This is about the law.
I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Berefet.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. And I would like to thank the Honorable Minister of Justice for bringing this bill. Honorable Speaker, as a honorable member of Fonyi Brevet, and also I am here representing the Gambia in this parliament, I care human beings, and I would like Gambians to think in the same direction, in the direction whereby we can think of how to bring development in this country. We cannot achieve development when still since 2017, from 2016 up to now, people are still talking about one problem up to now. From TRRC to Jane Commission and another bill, which is Special Prosecutors Bill. Honorable Speaker, I have no problem with this, since without this bill, it's like the job of the TRRC cannot be completed. It's like the TRRC job will be left like that. The perpetrators will not come to defend themselves. Sometimes the people they accuse at the TRRC, it could be a wrong allegation. There are other people whom they allegate for raping. It could be true, it could not be true. But they deserve that, they have right to come to the court, and then also they can tell the Gambians whether it's true or not. Because there are certain people whom you know that some people in the Gambia are talking about, like there are people whom they pay to talk against the then regime. Whether it's true or not is because when we pass this bill, maybe certain problems can be solved. And I think as Gambians, we need to move forward. We need to think of development. We need to forgive each other. We need to care Gambians. And we stop about talking problems that passed long time ago. Honorable Speaker, I am in concern with this point, Honorable Minister of Justice. Like the appointment of the other staffs, there's a point where you said staffs of the government or relevant international institution may also be seconded to the Special Prosecutor's Office after appropriate vetting and assessment of their qualification for a particular position. I definitely want to know what are the qualifications because they are not indicated in this bill. And also, I really want to know why the international institution must be included here. Because we have lawyers. We have lawyers who can do this job. And I think if we pass this bill, I see the tenure of the job. They say it will take up to 4 years. And within that period of 4 years, I expect our Gambian lawyers to do this job. Why inviting international lawyers to come and do this job? It's like, is it that we don't have competent lawyers in this country to do the job? Why inviting international lawyers and spending more money? And there are a point where I see you people are saying that the fund will be generated through donation or gift. Do you people have a charity organization? Because you know that this money outright is going to be picked from our Gambian coffers. When you say that we don't have money, what is the essence of bringing this bill here? Hence, you know that we will get the fund. You people will get the fund outside the Gambia. I definitely want to know things like that. That the international prosecutors are not in support of that. Hence, we have our fellow Gambians who can do the job. And for the fund also, I want you to make things clear to me here. And what does ECOWAS has to do with this? These are the things I really want to know. Yeah. Honorable Speaker, there are a person, you people say, a person appointed as, they said, appointment and qualification of special prosecutors. They say
point of order. Point of order. No, point of order, in fact. No,
Honorable, I think you are late to
point of order.
To put a point of order.
Yes.
Because her time is ended. What is the point of order? Who is writing to the point of order? Speaker.
No.
Where is Jimara? Jimara.
No.
Honorable member for Jimara.
Yes, sir.
Are you the one writing to a point of order?
Yes.
Yes, can we hear it then?
67, second reading. On a motion being moved that a bill be read a second time, the general merits and principle of the bill may be debated. So the honorable member has been going through the specific, of the bill. That's why I...
Where in her speech? Where in her speech?
Okay, she was even going through some of the provision, the sections in the bill. But you are to go to only through the general merits, but not the specific.
Yeah, I don't think she's out of order. The whole thing is, at the end, what she said was, she has certain concerns raised for the minister to respond to.
And she talks about the appointment of international judges.
Go ahead. As I said earlier, in fact, her time was ended. And for me, I'm trying to listen to all of you. Majority and minority.
have the final ruling now. Anybody who wishes to participate, let them raise their tag. Then when you come, we exhaust it and go.
Let's give Berefet 2 minutes to complete our submission.
Time we come back, before it is exhausted, we may have some more names being added.
That's why I said you rule a line.
Because it's ongoing. At the beginning, we had only 8. It is moving. Now we are going into the 20s. So it is just moving. So what we do is we go out for break for 30 minutes, come back, and we continue. Or if you are making a ruling, you are taking a decision that we will stop at the names here, you take that decision, but it is open for inclusion. Yes, minority?
I think it's exactly 3 o'clock, almost. So in that case, can we go for break 1 hour for prayers and lunch? Then we come back 3 o'clock. But before we do that, you rule the line. Nobody would add. If you want to participate, please put your name there before the line is ruled. We stop there.
Hello. Members,
that is dictatorial.
The suggestion is we go out for break for 1 hour to pray and you have your lunch. 1. 2, he added that those who want to partake in the debate should now submit their names. Otherwise, when we come, by the time we close, I'm drawing a line. And when we go back, no more additions to the list. I think that's what you said. Yes. Yes, the honorable member for...
Yeah, I just want to go contrary to what the minority leader said, because there is no law here that says we must all put our tax first, then later nobody can put your tax up. So you want to make the law all of a sudden? No problem.
No, honorable, remember, the laws were made by ourselves. Where it is not talked, where that is not stated, we make laws. The law will tell you are to participate for 15 minutes. And you will come out with a motion and it will now be reduced to 10 minutes.
Parliament is master of its own.
So that one
I withdraw.
Yes.
So are we in agreement with what the minority leader said?
Yes.
Who are those not in agreement? Nobody. So now, before I close, yes, somebody's tag is up. Am I right? Kiang West.
I'm not in agreement with minority leaders' proposal. Minority leaders should allow people to raise up their tax anytime they feel like raising up their tax during debate. But
you see, even without the minority problems with people, if you want to talk, you take your list. I go to the end until I'm going to the next one, you come and call my attention. We will not take that.
Thinking about that.
Now, this is what I'm saying. And in this particular case, you are the only odd man out. Everybody is agreed. We recognize your disagreement, but you are just a minority. Yes, I asked all of you. You all said you are in agreement. It's only him who is not in agreement. We respect his opinion, but it's unfortunate. So, honorable members, I will now adjourn. Yes, somebody is shouting.
Yes, before adjourning, thank you. Before adjourning, a point of order was raised. Yes, Councillor. Yes, I said before you adjourn, a point of order was raised by the member, and Honorable Colley, time may have a little time. Can you please give her some time so as for her to wrap up her debate? Yes, I'm just appealing. Yes.
You know, at the time they were making that point of order, her time is finished. It just coincided with the finish. You heard me say it. And I even don't want to rule on it because it's finished. But it is fair that the person who is making this point of order, we give a ruling to whatever he's saying, whatever his opinions are. But it was finished. Honorable members, it is gone to 2 o'clock, 1400 hours. We'll go out for 1 hour break and we should be back at 1500 hours, 3 o'clock. Are we comfortable? Yeah. Now the house is now suspended until 1500 hours.